Yeah, I mean, working at the White House was an amazing experience. I mean, I was 23 years old when I was working there. I was writing the president's words. That was insane. Um, I mean, it was the kind of thing where I'd get up to go use the bathroom, be walking down the hallway to go to the bathroom, and the Secret Service would stop me because the president is having, in private, no press around or anything like that, having a heated conversation with another world leader in the hallway with
Yelling?
50. Yeah, often. Yeah. Yeah. Like
Wow.
yelling, like heated conversation, arguing about something with interpreters right in here, interpreting back and forth.
Can you
And
imagine that conversation? You're yelling at somebody and you have to have that little lag of like interpretation.
yeah, exactly. And they're trying to keep up. And, 50 Secret Service and another 50, security people for the other side
Wow.
that are standing around waiting for them to. And the Secret Service, meanwhile, is saying to me, sorry, sir, you're going to have to hold it. You can't go to the bathroom right now. And I'm here like,
Doing
wow,
the pee-pee dance.
This is crazy, but I also have to pee. I can't believe I'm watching this. That kind of nutty stuff would happen. I mean, being around the Oval Office, walking through the Rose Garden, visiting the press pool area where the press secretary hangs out, interacting with, these amazing people in order to get your work done, having something that you do that is on, in the headlines, all that stuff was heady days, for certain, being involved in all that stuff. And there was also mundane things that happened as well. But yeah, I mean, it was an honor of my lifetime to do it. I'm glad that I did it at a young age because you don't get paid very much. And eventually you want to move on, actually earn some money because they don't need to pay. The federal government doesn't need to pay you very much because a lot of people are willing to do that.
Right.
I remember I didn't even have money to buy a winter coat. And being from California, I didn't know there was a difference between a spring coat and a winter coat. Yeah. And my father showed up the first fall I was there. It was probably December. I was freezing my butt off. And he's like, you've got a spring coat. Why don't you have a winter coat? And I didn't even have money to buy it. So he went out and bought me a winter coat, and here I am writing the president's words at the same time. And then, I've written a blog post about this, so I'll tell the short version of it. But there was, because I'd worked in Hollywood and someone else I knew was coming to town. She ends up connecting me with a writer who was working on a new television show that was going to be about politics in Washington, D.C. Well, it turns out that show, which wasn't on the air yet, ended up being The West Wing. And she connected me with Aaron Sorkin, who was working on it. He'd already done American President, so I knew that. And I shared what my life was like. He was just interested in talking to anyone who was at the White House at the time to know what your life was like. Anyways, I ended up writing the Thanksgiving proclamation for that year, which is the reason that we celebrate Thanksgiving. It had been written by George Washington, all that kind of stuff. And I sent one to him, didn't hear back. The next year, and you can go look at this season 2 of The West Wing. You look at the Thanksgiving episode, I turn it on, and the whole episode is about the speechwriters writing the Thanksgiving proclamation. It's like through the entire episode. And at the very end, the Martin Sheen character is going out to the Rose Garden to read the Thanksgiving proclamation. He looks down, and he reads the first line of this proclamation in his hand. And it's the exact same first line of the Thanksgiving proclamation that I had written for the Bill Clinton one, the exact same first line. And then the other thing that's the kicker is that the speechwriters that were going on writing that the proclamation was Rob Lowe. So in a sense,
you're Rob Lowe.
People have said that Rob Lowe have played me on TV. There was a partial inspiration. Now, I would not say that. I think George Stephanopoulos was more the inspiration for the Rob Lowe character.
Right.
But still, the lesson in that, the reason I tell that, I didn't tell it for years, but the reason I tell that story now is because I could have gotten in trouble for just doing that. The press office usually prefers to handle that kind of stuff. But what I was trying to do is just be of value to Aaron Sorkin, help him out, give him some knowledge, some wisdom that actually, ended up in creation of some amazing art, and The West Wing is an amazing, series that a lot of people enjoyed. And so I'm glad that I did do that. And that's kind of my approach to life is if you can deliver value to people, you should do it. You should help other people and good things will come from it.